history of Lefkosa SDA. The history of Lefkosa SDA. The church was established in 2012. Amen. By then I was not here. Amen. I just came in Cyprus in around October 2014. So I worked with my fellow elders, Elder Tochuku, Elder Baruch. I asked them to give me brief information of what happened before us, and we also contacted Pastor Samuel. Okay, so the first minister to come to Cyprus in Adventist minister was Pastor Samuel. He came to Cyprus in April 2012 and started to organize the church. So when he arrived in Cyprus, he was told that there were some Adventists in Famagusta. Amen. So he had to contact those Adventists who were in Famagusta, and it happened that there were 3 of them who were students in Famagusta. So he started by going to Famagusta every week on Sabbath to have worship with those 3 members. And as time goes on, those 3 members were invited their friends, and new members were also joining. Amen. And the church started growing like that. Then in around September 2012, Pastor Samuel started worship services in Lefkosa at his apartment. And what happened is those members, the 3 members in Famagusta, were now coming to Lefkosa to join service. So the 3 members from Famagusta are the pioneers of Lefkosa SDA. Right? By then in Lefkosa, there were no Adventists. So the first church was those 3 members who were students in Famagusta and Pastor Samuel's family.
Amen.
Gradually, the church started growing as more people started coming through and joining the church. So, Pastor Samuel started gathering few members who were there at the time. In around 2013, more people joined in. And the group started to grow from 3 to a bigger number, 10, 15, like that. Then in around 2014, Pastor Samuel was renting an apartment, not his house, another apartment in Gonyeli. That's when I joined them. I started joining them in 2014. And around 10 to 15, sometimes 16, 17 to 20, depending on whether we have more visitors or less. So the church started joining in an apartment and having service there in 2014. Right. As the church grew, with more members joining, the venue of worship was moved to Fenerbahce. So more members started to join service. So now the apartment becomes small. It became small and it couldn't contain all the members. So the venue of worship was moved to Fenerbahce Hall. If you know Fenerbahce Hall, close to Honda Levent there. Right. So people started to worship there, and part of the rent was being funded by the mother church of Pastor Samuel from Brazil. They were sending some few funds to help pay the rent. Then as time goes on, Pastor Samuel also founded the New Hope Center. New Hope Center, it was in Gonyeli, the small roundabout in Gonyeli, around that place, around those apartments. That's where New Hope Center was. And it was meant to easily reach out to the Turkish people. It was a way of trying to reach out to the Turkish people. Now, during the summer of 2014, of 2015, some members had gone for holiday. So now we used to gather at New Hope Center. We're not now gathering at Fenerbahce, the bigger hall. We're gathering at what? At New Hope Center. It was kind of an apartment, and it would contain us since we were a small number. Then towards the end of 2015, right, through the efforts of the then leaders, Gideon Mayanja, Mongeta, and Ralph Martins, they managed to help and talk to the university, CIU. So around end of 2015, we started using CIU, and we were using D-Block for those Some of you will know D Block, amen. So we started using D Block around 2015. In 2016, CIU continued to be used as the venue of worship. Sometimes when CIU has got some examinations, there were some few inconveniences. So sometimes we could use Near East University once in a while. Sometimes we could go back to Fenerbahce Hall when they are having exams in CIU. So then in 2016, before Pastor Samuel left, the first official church leadership was launched. That's when the official elders, deacons, the board was officially launched by Pastor Samuel. Then in May 2016, Pastor Samuel left Cyprus. Then in 2017, the second minister, Pastor David Koo, came to Cyprus. Okay? That's when in 2017, Pastor David Koo came to Cyprus. Still, the venue of worship was CIU, and again, here and there, we could use Near East University, and we could use Fenerbahce when CIU is what? Is occupied. Then in around August, Pastor Koo organized a children's dedication ceremony for the 3 kids who were available then: More Blessing Zungwa, Leroy Mpungani, and Eliezer Teka. It was around August. A dedication ceremony for the kids was done. And also in 2017, Pastor Koo baptized members during the summer in Salamis Beach. So 6 members were baptized in Salamis Beach. Then in 2018, the venue of worship still, it remained CIU. Then Pastor Koo left in around May. Pastor Koo left. Yes, Pastor Koo left. Then in around May, yes. Then the third minister, Pastor Jake Young, came in August. So in 2018, we had 2 occasions that are important. Pastor Koo left, and Pastor Jake Young came to Cyprus, our current pastor. Then in 2019, CIU still remained the venue of worship. The first camp meeting was organized by Pastor Jake Young in April, and 3 members, Yasin Akovali, Emmanuel Kipletini, Wayne Tinashe Masara Rirevu were baptized by Pastor Jake Young in the camp meeting, and a health training by work was done in June. Then the first vacation at Silver Beach in Famagusta in August was done. It was organized by Pastor Jake Young. Then we had a leadership seminar by work. It was being led by Pastor Ivan Zabrisco in November 2019. Then we go to 2020. January to March, the venue of worship was still CIU. Then mid-March to June, the country was under lockdown, and church service was being done online. Then the second beach outing during the summer was also organized at Salamis Beach, and over 100 people joined in August. Then June to end of year, the venue of worship was FIF Church Hall, who happens to be our neighbors now. So we're using FIF Hall because by then, due to the lockdown, the pandemic, CIU now couldn't take us back. So we had to come back to FIF. Sometimes we could use Yen Sheir Youth Center. I think we all know it. Sometimes we could use that youth center when FIF is not free, because sometimes on Sabbath they have their own programs. Then second PCM organization was launched, and the director was Isaac Young, 2020. Amen. Then around December, Lefkosa Cafe was used as the venue of worship. Okay, Lefkosa Cafe, it's around Lefkosa City Center. At the end of December, was used as the venue of worship. Then 2021, January to April, our church was held online due to lockdown and restriction on mass gathering to prevent the spread of COVID-19. 2019, so 2021, from January to April, it was online. Then May to November, the venue of worship was in Lefkosa Youth Center. Lefkosa Youth Center by the Ministry. Then that was the venue of worship. Then one member in 2021 was baptized. Sister Shannon Silva was baptized by Pastor Jake Young in July. In November, a church business meeting was held, and it was agreed to rent Lefkosa SDA Church's own venue of worship. That was in November 2021 when we held a church business meeting, and we agreed, and the church members agreed to contribute at least £10 towards the rent every month. So that's how we moved from all those venues that we were using, and now we have our own venue of worship. So,
Amen.
Amen. What does the church say?
Amen.
So, beginning of December, we started renting our own venue of worship. So, starting December 2021, we were here. The address is Mehmet Shah Sokak, Kuchukai Makli, 99010, Lefkosa 0019 Cyprus. And it's on Google. Amen. So you'll never be lost to church. Just type Lefkosa SDA. It brings you here. Amen. So the part of the rent was funded. The rent was funded from church budget and members' contribution of £10 towards rent every month, and WAF supported every month with £100. Till now, they are still supporting us with £100. Until now, our members are still committed in giving the £10 or at least something. Amen. Then 2022, the current venue of worship. Okay, this is our church. We are here. Amen. Yes, we maintained our permanent venue of worship. Other churches, we also agreed to allow other churches to use our venue of worship, and they pay something. Amen. And that money is being used to develop our church. When we started using this building, it wasn't like this. Amen. All thanks to the ladies and gentlemen in this church. Amen. These ladies and gentlemen, they are working day and night. Amen. With the Spirit of God helping them. Amen. So this church has changed. That money we are getting from the rentals is helping towards that. It's also supplementing the rent. So the church is going on like that. So now churches approved the church organization from WAF. In March, the church approved that yes, as Lefkosa SDA, we can be organized as a what? As a church. And today, there is church organization ceremony, the 2nd of April. Thank you so much.
Amen.